Most people believe that in order to change their reality, they must hustle harder, push stronger, and take massive action every single day. Society has programmed us with the idea that more effort equals more results. But what if I told you that the most powerful shift in your life, the quantum shift, doesn't come from doing more, but from actually doing less? Yes, it sounds strange because our logical minds are conditioned to measure progress through visible effort. However, in the quantum field of infinite possibilities, energy is not bound by physical action alone. It responds to frequency, intention, and alignment. When you begin to understand this truth, you realize that hustling is often just resistance in disguise, while stillness, clarity, and conscious detachment hold the real power to bend reality. The paradox is simple. By doing less in the physical, you make more space for the quantum to do its work. Think about water for a moment. If you constantly stir it, you cannot see your reflection clearly. But when the water becomes still, the image reveals itself with perfect clarity. Your mind, your energy, and your reality work in the same way. When you are always running, chasing, and forcing outcomes, your energy field is in chaos. The universe cannot deliver clear reflections because you are too busy disturbing the waters of your own consciousness. By practicing stillness, mindfulness, and minimal conscious action, you align yourself with the deeper currents of quantum energy. This alignment allows synchronicities to appear effortlessly. The right people, opportunities, and outcomes flow toward you, not because you are forcing them, but because your frequency has created a magnetic pull. The quantum shift is not about pushing the river, it is about letting the river carry you to the ocean. Doing less does not mean becoming lazy or abandoning your goals. It means acting from a place of alignment rather than desperation. It is about replacing frantic energy with intentional energy. For example, when you visualize for just 5 minutes a day in a state of calm focus, you send out a stronger frequency into the quantum field than hours of scattered, anxious action. The shift happens because your thoughts and emotions are the true architects of your reality. Quantum physics shows us that particles behave differently when observed, meaning your focused awareness changes reality itself. Imagine if you learned to direct that awareness with ease, instead of scattering it everywhere with over-effort. That is the secret behind doing less. It amplifies the impact of your intention, making the universe respond with precision. Here's another perspective. When you declutter your energy, by doing less, you stop diluting your power. Think of your energy like sunlight. If scattered, it only warms. But when focused like a laser, it cuts through steel. Doing too many things, chasing too many goals, and forcing too many actions spreads your energy thin. But when you learn to slow down, breathe, and center your awareness, you concentrate that same energy into a laser beam of creation. This is when reality begins to bend around you. This is when small actions create massive results. This is when you experience the quantum shift, a sudden transformation in circumstances that feels miraculous, but in truth is simply the natural response of the universe to your new state of being. One of the greatest illusions of the modern world is that success must be earned through struggle. From childhood, we are taught that hard work pays off, and nothing comes easy. While discipline and effort do have their place, the deeper truth is that reality responds faster to vibrational alignment than to struggle. Think about the times when opportunities showed up effortlessly. When you randomly met the right person, when money appeared unexpectedly, or when something you desired came into your life without you chasing it. These are glimpses of the quantum responding to your energy. The more you practice doing less, quieting the mind, relaxing the body, releasing the need to control, the more these effortless manifestations become your normal. The quantum shift is not about fighting for reality. It is about stepping into alignment, where reality fights for you. When you begin to do less, something magical happens. Your awareness expands. Instead of being stuck in the noise of endless tasks, you start noticing patterns, synchronicities, and subtle nudges from the universe. These signs are always present, but when you're rushing, you miss them. Think of life like a radio station. If your dial is constantly spinning, you never land on the right frequency. But when you pause, breathe, and do less, suddenly the music comes in clearly. That music is guidance, intuition, and higher intelligence flowing through you. The quantum shift begins the moment you choose stillness over struggle. The less you push, the more you hear the whispers of the universe, leading you exactly where you need to be. It's also important to understand that doing less allows your nervous system to reset. Many people are so caught in a state of fight or flight that their bodies are in constant stress. This stress blocks the flow of energy, weakens intuition, and keeps you locked into old realities. But when you slow down, meditate, breathe deeply, or even take a simple mindful walk, your body relaxes into a state of safety. This is the state where your subconscious opens and your vibration rises. In that elevated vibration, the quantum field responds instantly. Instead of being a victim of chaotic circumstances, you become a conscious creator. Doing less is not about laziness. It is about creating space for your biology and your energy to align with infinite possibility. Think about some of the greatest breakthroughs in history. Einstein often said his ideas came not when he was working intensely, but when he was relaxing, daydreaming, or simply walking. Nikola Tesla claimed that many of his inventions appeared fully formed in his imagination before he ever touched a tool. This is the essence of quantum creation. It happens in the mind, in stillness, not in frantic action. When you learn to embody this principle, you begin accessing the same creative intelligence that guided geniuses, visionaries, and innovators. Your breakthroughs do not come when you grind endlessly, but when you allow inspiration to flow through you. Doing less creates the silence necessary for genius to speak. Another hidden secret is that the universe mirrors your state of being. If you are desperate, it mirrors desperation. If you are calm, it mirrors peace. If you are aligned, it mirrors abundance. Most people fail to realize that efforting is a form of desperation. It sends a signal that says, I don't trust the universe, so I must force everything myself. But when you begin to do less, you send a different signal. I am aligned, I am trusting, I am already worthy. This signal is what activates the quantum shift. Suddenly, opportunities show up as if by magic. People start offering help, money finds its way to you. Solutions appear that you couldn't have planned. This is not luck. It is the reflection of your new vibrational state. Let's bring this to a practical level. How do you do less in daily life without falling into laziness? The answer lies in conscious prioritization. Instead of filling your day with endless tasks, focus only on actions that feel aligned, inspired, and joyful. Ask yourself, is this action coming from fear or from flow? If it comes from fear, such as worrying you'll fail or miss out, then doing less is the wiser choice. If it comes from flow, excitement, or intuition, then even small actions will create big results. The quantum shift is activated not by quantity of effort, but by quality of intention. When you align action with energy, a single step forward can move mountains compared to years of forced labor. That is the power of doing less. When you do less, you also open the door to receiving. Most people live their lives in a mode of giving, pushing, striving, and proving. They are always in output mode. But the universe also requires input mode. Imagine if you only breathed out but never breathed in. You would collapse. Similarly, when you're always giving effort without creating space to receive, you cut yourself off from abundance. Doing less creates that space. It allows you to open your hands instead of clenching your fists. You become a receiver of divine intelligence, unexpected blessings, and quantum miracles. Think of it like planting a seed. Once you put it in the soil, your job is not to keep digging it up to see if it's growing. Your job is to water it, give it sunlight, and then step back. In the same way, doing less is trusting that your seeds are already growing in the quantum field. There is also a hidden spiritual truth in doing less. It forces you to surrender control. Humans love to control everything. Timelines, outcomes, relationships, money. But control is just fear wearing a mask. The more you try to control, the more resistance you create. When you do less, you practice surrender. You tell the universe, I trust your timing. I trust your plan. I trust that everything I desire is already mine. This surrender is not weakness. It is power, because the universe can work miracles that your limited mind could never calculate. When you step back, you allow a higher intelligence to step in. And every time you do this, life proves to you that surrender creates results far beyond what force ever could. Another powerful benefit of doing less is clarity. When you are constantly in motion, your mind is too cluttered to see clearly. It's like trying to watch a movie while 10 different screens are flashing at once. You can't focus on the story, but when you slow down, simplify, and do less, clarity emerges. You begin to see what truly matters, what actions are truly aligned, and what distractions you can let go of. Clarity is a superpower in the quantum world, because the universe responds to the sharpness of your vision. The clearer your intention, the faster your reality shifts. That is why doing less, removing distractions, decluttering your energy, makes your manifestation speed up. It's not about how much you do, but how clearly you see. Let's imagine two people chasing the same goal. One hustles every day, working long hours, pushing through exhaustion, forcing conversations, and desperately trying to make it happen. The other spends time in meditation, visualizes with calm focus, takes only inspired action, and trusts the process. On the surface, the first person seems busier, but their energy is chaotic. The second person seems slower, but their energy is precise and magnetic. Who do you think the universe responds to faster? Always the second. Because in the quantum field, your vibration speaks louder than your action. This is why so many people burn out without results, while others manifest effortlessly by doing less. The difference is not in effort. It's in alignment. Doing less also shifts your identity. Most people are addicted to business because it makes them feel worthy. They tie their value to how much they do, how much they achieve, and how productive they appear. But the truth is, worthiness is not earned. It is inherent. When you learn to do less, you detach your identity from business and reconnect with your true power. You no longer chase validation through endless action. Instead, you embody the energy of someone who already has what they desire. And when you live as if it is already yours, the quantum field reflects it back. That is the essence of the quantum shift. You stop becoming and start being. Many spiritual traditions teach this truth in different ways. In Taoism, it is called Wu Wei, which means effortless action or action without force. In Zen philosophy, it is about being fully present in each moment without unnecessary struggle. Even in modern psychology, flow state is considered the peak of performance, where effort feels effortless. All of these point to the same truth: less force, more flow. The quantum shift is simply the modern, scientific explanation of this ancient wisdom. When you align with energy and act from flow, the universe does the heavy lifting for you. What seems like luck or coincidence is simply alignment at work. Doing less also protects your energy from being drained by what doesn't serve you. Think about how much time people waste on things that don't matter. Arguing, scrolling endlessly, chasing validation, or forcing outcomes that are not aligned. This is like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. By doing less, you plug those holes. You conserve your energy and redirect it toward what truly matters. This conservation makes your vibration stronger and your manifestations faster. The less energy you waste, the more power you hold. The more power you hold, the faster you shift realities. This is the hidden mechanics of the quantum shift. Here's a practical exercise you can try today. Choose just one area of your life where you've been forcing things. Maybe it's money, relationships, or career. For the next 7 days, instead of pushing harder, do less. Release the need to control outcomes. Spend time visualizing the result you want. Feel the emotions of already having it. Then, take only actions that feel light, inspired, or effortless. At the end of the week, notice what shifts. You will likely see unexpected synchronicities, opportunities, or signs showing up. This is the quantum field responding to your less doing, more being energy. Once you experience it for yourself, you'll never doubt the power of doing less again. One of the most shocking realizations people have after practicing this is that reality actually becomes easier. Life is not meant to be constant struggle. It is meant to be flow, joy, and expansion. The more you do less, the more you realize how much of your struggle was self-created. You see that the universe is not against you. It has always been waiting for you to align. Struggle is resistance, ease is alignment. And when you master ease, you master the quantum field. You realize that your true power is not in fighting reality, but in relaxing into it. This is the great paradox. Less effort brings more results. So remember this truth: the quantum shift does not require you to do more, push harder, or fight longer. It requires you to align, surrender, and do less. By stepping back, you allow the infinite intelligence of the universe to step in. By quieting your mind, you hear the whispers of guidance. By conserving your energy, you magnify your vibration. This is the new paradigm of creation. Not hustle, but harmony. Not force, but flow. Not more, but less. And in this less, you discover the ultimate more peace, more clarity, more synchronicity, more abundance, and more miracles than you ever imagined. Master the art of doing less, and you will master the quantum shift.